Welcome to Drinking Bro.
Dude, Tansy, hold on.
Oh my God.
Is that Jessie Wiseman?
Is that Jessie?
Holy shit, it's Jessie Wiseman.
It's Jessie Wiseman.
Holy shit.
I'm here, guys.
There it is.
I'm here.
J-Fire.
All your prayers have been answered, right?
God,
the day has
dreams
come.
Gosh.
do come
what was
true.
It like, what was it, like 8 people asked for me? 9?
Yeah. You were our number one request. So they were like, when is J-Fire coming on the show? And I said, we're trying to hook it up. We got in touch with your publicist. They talked to our publicist, to our managers, your managers. We worked it out, asked your mom asked my mom. Here we are. We can all come out to play now. So
My fucking mom used to be my agent.
yes.
Where I would send people to her email and be like, oh, you've got to talk to, because we had different last names.
Yeah.
So, thank you for running it by my mom first.
You're welcome. Well, welcome to Drinking Bro Sports Tailgate Legend Show. This is the show where we tailgate with legends. Actually, with this show, Jessie, we actually have sponsors for this show.
Can you
do?
believe it?
I mean, like corporate sponsors, like Real Deal, corporate.
Did we do it?
We did it.
I think we made it.
Fucking did it.
Guys,
made it.
I really think it's just people need to see your gorgeous faces and hang out with you and see you in action. And then they're like, yes.
Yes, they have it.
Yes,
we
we're
don't know
gonna
what it
sponsor you.
is, but they have it.
Yeah, and
No.
they don't always have it, but when they do, oh,
But this show today is brought to you by Killcliff CBD.
Yes.
And also ghostbed.com. So
What?
You have a ghost bed, don't you?
you rich? Yeah.
You
Well,
rich.
you rich.
You rich? You got 2 sponsors?
Yeah, we do.
Look
we
at us,
do.
Jesse. We're moving up in the world.
My face even got red saying it. I got flush just saying it. It was like the first time I met you. I was just red and shy and nervous, and everything fell apart. I have that same feeling.
I
right now.
know. It was really a bad first meeting, huh?
And look where he is now.
And look
Couldn't have
how
been
far-
that
Where he is
bad.
now.
Couldn't have
He
been that
pulled it
bad.
all
Started
apart.
from the
So-
bottom, and I am still there.
And then,
Still
you
at the
see us
bottom.
walking the streets of Dallas like 2 bums while you drive away looking all
That's
rich.
true.
I know, but I never do that. But I did need to
But
get
you
to
did.
Target, and you were like, "Can you give us a ride?" And I said, "No."
And then
I
you said,
never do.
and then you said, "Shut the fuck up, Tansy."
So for those of you who don't know, we just got back from Dallas. This is our Dallas hangover show. And we were in Dallas with Jessie Wiseman, the whole crew, Ross Patterson, Chuck Liddell, Adam Ray, Aqib Talib.
Who's the Dallas Cowboy legend that we met?
Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin. He finally got it right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Not Julius Irving.
I still
Michael
have not
Irvin.
found one basketball video with Michael Irvin in it, but I guess he's not that famous. So
Jesus.
Tansy, just so you know, because we're very alike, I had the same thing today that I was telling someone and was like, dude, it was like they were these legends and I could not fucking think of the
couldn't
name,
think of one
right?
name.
Because I don't know.
yes.
So I had to be like, just look at the pictures. You'll know who it is.
You
Well,
know,
I hope
it-
you at least got Chuck Liddell's name right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay, good. Because
Well, I
he
get
does
his
have a
name
show
right
now.
because I'm scared to get it wrong. So
He was awesome,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
fear is
Chuck's
a
a good guy.
tactic. But no, I will say going to a game like that or going to that match. What do you call it? A match? A game?
Which one? We
The
went to a
baseball
couple
was a
different-
game, and the
Oh,
boxing.
the baseball was a game.
Boxing was a
and
match.
Boxing was a match.
And it was awesome getting to go with all those people. But it was fun for me to go with you because you are a tailgate legend yourself. You are a tailgater. You do all the
Yes.
food. You enjoy sports for what they're supposed to be enjoyed for. And so you act appropriately at a game, whereas everybody else is sitting and watching and taking
I know.
notes. We're
Taking
doing what
notes.
was meant to be done, and that's fucking rage. Nacho bars.
Thank you.
It's all about the food. When the songs come on,
you.
you gotta move. You gotta dance. You gotta have a good time. And
Yes.
so you lived it up. You actually sportsed correctly. And that's the first time I've gotten to hang out with somebody that actually knew how to sports.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only thing I care about, as you know, is food and drink, right? So it's
Right.
my question of anything like where we're going. Can I drink? Can I food?
Yes.
Right? Or eat?
What is your
you
favorite
food?
Do you have a favorite tailgate food?
Okay, so here's the thing with tailgate food. So the nacho bar was a thing.
Yeah, it was.
Because I don't, yeah. And when it came, again, it was what it was. I'm not going to complain, but it wasn't a nacho bar as much as it was a bowl of cheese. But and I won't throw a bowl of cheese out of bed, right? Like it's fine.
Sure.
I just wanted to know that that's what I was getting into. So with tailgating stuff, for me, it has to be easy to eat, easy to pick up, right?
Right.
And not make a huge mess. And I don't want to have to use plate, napkin, or utensils.
Well, we had wings
So
that were
it's-
messy, and the bowl
No.
of cheese that you
No.
referenced was also messy. So, I mean,
It was messy, but you can hold on to the side of the chip, right?
Yes.
Put it in, and then it's like, you know, it's not dribbling down, whatever it is.
Do you have a favorite tailgate food?
My what?
Do you have a favorite tailgate food? Like a favorite tailgate snack?
I would say nachos.
Nachos. Okay. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That hot dog you made for us was pretty bomb too, though.
That was a good hot dog.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
forgot about
but
your
that's like-
prize-winning hot dog.
That's right. But that's more of, so again, we're talking about tailgate stuff where I don't even love like a food truck per se if I have to sit on the ground with a paper plate and
Right.
do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I need it to be something that you can literally just grab and eat. So the nacho, that kind of dipping situation is the only way to go.
You like to
'Cause
tailgate.
I like to eat messy.
Right. You tailgate a lot at home, and you do a lot of cooking for your neighbors.
Yes.
You've got a grill. What kind of
Yes.
grill do you use? Are you a
So I
Traeger?
use a Traeger.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
All right.
Traeger.
Oh, you rich.
Oh, you rich.
Oh, you rich? I know
Oh,
I
you
got the big
rich.
dog.
Oh, do
I got
you?
the big dog too.
What's
yeah.
your favorite thing to grill? Do you have a favorite, or do you just like all of it?
So I've been doing ribs because, as you know, you need to kind of stick with one thing and perfect it and move on,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So I also, after ribs, have been doing wings, crispy wings on a Traeger. No, the skin isn't moving around. This is important, guys. So I didn't have the wings in our suite because I could feel the skin moving around. Okay?
Okay.
That's not a wing. That's
No.
not a good wing.
Now, do you like it when the bones break on the wing? They're so brittle. They've been cooked for so long that they just snap.
I like the bones to be intact, and I really like how detailed you guys get. So I like the bones to be intact. I like the skin and the meat to be as one,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And I do ranch. So
I
don't come for
I
me.
do. I like the ranch too. I think if you do blue cheese, well,
Blue cheese is mold. Fuck
yeah.
blue cheese.
I mean, I like blue cheese on other things, just not with my wings.
Blue cheese, if you're a ranch or blue cheese person, it says a lot about who you are. So, for example, Ross likes a blue cheese.
Sorry, Ross.
Blue cheese is very overpowering.
He's
It
right.
takes over the
He's
whole
right.
thing. You can't taste anything else, right?
Right.
So that makes sense for Ross too.
Yes, and our producer
into a
Noel,
blue cheese.
he chimed in, and he, like Ross,
He's right.
is overpowering. He's always in control.
He's right.
Yes.
He's always got to be right. So yes, I get what you're saying about the blue cheese.
It's
versus
not
the
a
ranch.
have to be. It's just more often than not.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't really do either that often. I like getting spicy buffalo wings and just raw dogging it, baby. No sauce at all. No ranch, no blue
You're
cheese.
a
Just...
fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
I don't
me?
even know why.
Listen,
he's,
if I was a terrorist, Tansy would have killed me by now.
Dan would have.
What just happened?
I don't know. I told him not to embarrass me.
Too late.
And
Just did.
again, I'm embarrassed. What is your favorite place that you've been? You've been to a lot of stadiums, being that you are part of the Drinking Bros. You get to go on all these fantastic trips. What's your favorite stadium?
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite stadium? Do you have a favorite, maybe a place to tailgate, a game, college versus pro?
Yeah. So I will say, who does it good? So Ohio State, right?
Okay.
Home game. You know Richard Danoff?
Yes.
His
Big
tailgate,
Dick
100% is Big Dick Danoff.
We need
His
to go tailgate with
100%.
him. We have to do a tailgate episode during the football season with him.
Absolutely.
In Ohio. It's
he
gotta
has
happen.
he has a great location. He has lots of room. He does it up. Like
could you imagine?
hardcore. He does like
Let's go.
moonshine, gummy bears, shit you can take into the stadium. I know. It's good.
Big.
So that other than that, baseball wise, Wrigley was pretty fucking sweet.
Yes.
Like Wrigley. And then, San Francisco is like beautiful, right?
Yes.
It sucks like
I've heard
nothing
different.
around it is
I've heard San
You what?
Francisco
She's
doesn't
talking
look
about the
so.
stadium. She's talking about the baseball
the
field.
stadium.
Yeah, she's not talking about San Francisco in general. We all know San Francisco
Is a
as
piece
a whole
of shit
sucks.
now.
Yeah. So that's why I even hesitated to say it because it's like, look, I mean, who's gonna go there now?
Right.
But that is gorgeous.
Is the food good there in San Francisco?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have the like garlic fries because of Gilroy.
Right.
Old Gilroy that's right under it is like garlic capital.
Okay.
So they have these like amazing garlic fries and it's San Francisco, so it's fucking great.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get out there. We have a AAA team here called the Mudcats, and they have a restaurant called what's that restaurant called? It's called I think it's called the
Do you know who they're an affiliate for?
was Tampa Bay, wasn't it?
Well, the Durham Bulls of Tampa Bay. What about have you been to
Phillies? They're the Phillies.
What about? I haven't been to a Durham
CS
Bulls
Sports.
game. Do
CS
they
Sports.
do they have good food there? Have you been to any of those games?
Durham Bulls, no, but they do on Thursdays. They have like all you can eat for like $13, and so you pay $13. And you can have as many hot dogs, hamburgers, and nachos as you want on Thursdays. And beers are all I think like $3. So
Oh, wow.
Jesse, so you're with the Drinking Broettes and also Ross
I am.
Patterson Revolution.
Yes.
How about? I mean, how do you like doing all that? I mean, you're on air all the time. Plus, you do movies. You're an actress. You
Yes.
produce things. You direct things. What is the life like as Jessie Wiseman? What is it? I mean, you still have
Fire.
You're not all the way there because you still have a Hotmail account. So
I wanted to give her shit for that.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
I mean,
That's okay.
I don't want to
The
say it,
Hotmail
Jesse, but you're
account-
showing the age there.
I still
Look,
have.
the Hotmail account is to just throw people off.
It's
the
to keep
scent,
you humble.
know what I mean?
Okay.
It's to keep you humble
Yeah,
is what it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once they see the Hotmail, it's like maybe they won't email, right? And you get
Yeah.
to weed out the motherfuckers. But basically, with recording all the time, as you guys know, I love podcasts. I love podcasting, everything to do with it. I have what is it? I've been found podcasts like, fuck, I don't want to say it.
Do it.
Whatever, 8 years ago. But, and found that it was this amazing medium where people were actually being honest and speaking as themselves, and there was no talking points, there was no fake promoting of a book or whatever. It was the one place where it started with Mark Maron, one of the comedians came out on his show. Like they were just talking and he was just like revealed that he was gay on his show.
Here's your opportunity,
That's
Tansy.
what happened.
Come on, do it in
Yeah,
front of
it
your
was-
wife.
It was Eric Tansy. And he finally came out. And if you guys want to do that on any one of my shows and rocket it to the charts, that would be great too. But
Well, Tansy was on the Drinking Broettes. He made me watch it in our hotel room.
I did get a chance to be on the Drinking Broettes. It was one of the most fun. Anytime I get to talk about wine and entertaining and food, that's kind of. I really enjoy doing that. So I loved being on the Broettes. I find myself listening to the Broettes. I love your social media. The Broettes social media is so fun. It's so engaging with all your silly questions and.
yeah. Well, the point of Broettes is like it's a place for girls to come that are kind of in the Broettes world in that we are a different type of girl, but we still want to talk about girl stuff. So that was kind of the idea behind it. And then, guys, man fans, we call them now, started listening. I hope to kind of either learn something or hear about, a little window into how, because we just talk how we normally would talk with each other. And you're literally listening in on a phone call between two girls, whether it's sex, relationship, divorce, whatever it is.
I think those
So you
all
get to
file
kinda
under
just-
relationship.
Yeah.
They're all kind of the same thing.
Have you found
No, you're
anything
right.
while you've been doing
right.
Drinking Broettes? Because you guys have been doing it for a hot minute now. Is there anything that sticks out in your brain that you actually learned where you're like, shit, man, like I actually picked this up from the show? Analingus.
Yeah. So today I was gonna say, do you
that's
guys
exactly
like
what you're gonna say.
do you get like whatever on this show? Talk about sex and all
Yeah, we
that
talk about
shit?
whatever we want.
Yeah, I mean, come
Okay,
on.
so today, not that I learned it, but it kind of piqued my interest. So we were talking about blowjobs. And one of the girls gave a tip about the taint, which is not even something
The
that I
ABC.
even thought about.
The ABC.
Yeah, the ABC, the
Dealing
ass
with.
ball connector. The ABC.
Yes. Where I
Well,
was like, oh.
Our taints are
That's a
shrinking.
thing.
Joe Rogan had the doctor on, and she talked about how we eat plastic and our taints are shrinking in male and females.
Yes, it was the weirdest episode ever. But like that's one of the things that's happening to the human body with all the plastics that we're consuming in the world. Shrinking of the taint. I have a large taint. For all the women broettes that are going to be watching this show, I
don't believe you. Bust it out.
Huge taints. Huge ABC.
Is that good?
Huge taint.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea what my taint size is.
Or like your
Do you measure it?
like on your back, basically. Yeah.
the high crack. I think my youngest son has one of those because his ass crack is out. It doesn't matter like how far we pull his pants up, his ass crack is still like out all the time.
Okay.
He's got like a high crack.
Shout out to Elkin.
Yeah, your kids are so
He's so cute. He's allowed to do
They're
that.
going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Some girl's going to be like, his ass is on his back, but he is so cute and so sweet.
So I can get past it.
I could get past it. Yeah.
So Ross Patterson Revolution, that has a very weird cult following, in my opinion. I think that you guys have, I don't know of another show that has a following quite like RPR does.
Right? Where it's not huge, but it's like tight knit.
It's tight.
People are there.
I mean,
on
I
the
get
board.
messages from Nooners privately all the time. It's like I feel like I know all these Nooners, Bill Schofield, and all of them, and it's so fun. It's like, and if I miss it at noon, I'm like, it's kind of like a day ruiner for me. It's like Tuesdays. I'm like, fuck, we got to hurry this up. Nooners is going to start in fucking 20 minutes. Let's go.
And fuck Mark Ruffalo.
Wrap it up.
You listen to the last one? Fuck Mark Ruffalo. That pretentious
Look,
asshole.
I'm starting to come over to that side.
What,
I am.
as a pretentious asshole?
Yeah, like I used to be a Ruffalo defender, where I was just like, he's fucking awesome. He was in a,
he was
indie
green in the
that
movie.
I loved.
He was green in the movie. He was the Hulk.
Oh yeah. Well, I stopped watching him after that, but I was a Mark Ruffalo defender, and I no longer can do that. I don't think.
Yeah.
So
Well, nowadays it's hard to be a defender of any of these, big time actors. I mean, I saw Joaquin Phoenix getting up there and talking about cows and shit last time. He was like, just
dude,
rambling
that
about
was
cows. I was like, what the
fucking
hell is he
awesome.
talking about? Like, dude, you played the Joker. You did a great job. You got super skinny. You had a weird laugh. Why are you talking about cows, man? Just fucking. But was it the biggest swing and a miss when they waited till the end at the Academy Awards? And what's his
Sure.
face? Wakanda Forever, Black Panther.
Oh yeah, no, that was strategic.
They didn't give him.
because
What was
they
up with that?
don't- Yeah, well, they don't usually do it in that order, but they knew it was going to be a like, gotta cut it off, get everybody out kind of thing. So they switched it up and have his be last. Like,
But he didn't even
Look.
win. They gave it to a great actor. Anthony Hopkins, one of the greatest actors of all time. But still, it was like everyone was anticipating it, and then they're like, never mind. We're not going to give it to the dead guy.
but that's the stupidest thing about all of this, where
Exactly.
it's like it's all subjective, and yes, they are all good. So,
Except for Moonlight. Moonlight wasn't good.
I did hear it wasn't good, and I loved La La Land, but
Oh,
is
you
what
did?
it is.
Why? What was good about La La
course I
Land?
did.
Tell me what was good about it.
I can't have this conversation with you. It's going to be the rest of the whole show. What?
Why? Do you think he saved jazz after all? I thought it was corny.
No,
So corny.
It reminded me of a relationship that I had. So,
Oh,
A
boy.
think there
pre-Ross
was maybe-
relationship?
yeah, it was maybe something.
Was it Jacob
something
Dylan?
connected to it? You guys, there I am.
I was all excited to see you, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm like in the 13th row of the crowd there. I mean, you got me all hyped, and you were barely even in it. I mean, you're in it more than me, granted, but I mean, come on, Jesse.
So I told them that I was in a Jacob Dylan video. I even forget what the song was. We found it.
Yeah, it was some
But
Wallflowers song.
It was some Wallflower song, and I had to go. When you're trying to be an actor in LA, you're mostly just doing extra work unless something fucking crazy happens and you get a part. So I would do extra stuff, and I went to this theater, and they were filming the music video for whatever, I can't remember the song, and I was just in the crowd, and I told old Joey Blue Eyes to turn it on, look for me, and then every time it panned to the crowd, I said,
There I
there I
am.
am.
Yeah,
There I am.
And she's like,
You
I got
see me?
paid.
There I am.
I got paid X for that. I got paid X for
I
that.
got paid.
Oh, you rich.
Oh, you rich.
Oh,
I know,
you
I'm rich.
rich.
Well, we talked about how it reminded us of that episode of Friends where Joey was in a porno, and he's like, "Oh, there I am, there I am,
There I am.
there I am."
That's exactly what it is. Like if you wanted to freeze frame it and look through every person in the crowd, you could find me. But
Did you interact with Jacob Dylan? He seems weird.
in my
I don't think he smiles.
In my mind, I did. Yeah.
In your mind, you did. Hey, speaking of which, because you've been in some movies, you've been around Hollywood a lot. Do you have a particular favorite person, celebrity that you've worked with, or somebody that's kind of like inspired you while you were on your journey to famedom?
So, yeah.
That's a real
I
word,
haven't
Joe.
been in that many. Haven't been. What'd you say?
I said that's a real word, Joe. Famedom.
It's not. It's not. That's okay.
I
Carry
haven't
on.
been in that many movies, and I haven't worked with that many celebrities. But when I was starting out in my career and had like an acting coach and that kind of thing, Dwyer Brown. Do you guys know who Dwyer Brown is? Let me
Nope.
tell you. Let me tell
Let
you.
me look up old Dwyer Brown.
Have you seen Field of Dreams?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so he
Kevin
plays
Costner.
the dad. He plays the dad at the end that he plays catch with.
Oh, what's
He's
a dad,
handsome.
Jesse?
He's a handsome dude.
He's very handsome.
He's a very handsome dude.
He actually left his wife for one of the girls in my class.
No
Anyways,
way.
Yeah, great guy. Sounds like a
great guy. He's a great guy. But
If you build it, they will come.
at the time, that was someone that was very inspiring to me.
Wait, you weren't
and
the
it's just
girl.
sort
You
of a
weren't the
funny
girl
story.
in the class, were you? That wasn't
No.
the pre-Ross one. Okay.
And the first thing I thought when I heard that was like, hello. I mean,
Yeah.
Am I not
I'd
good
break
enough?
up a marriage. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. But you know what? I think you dodged a bullet because I'm looking at some pictures of him currently, and
Yes.
time has not been good to him.
Yes. I mean, he's fine. He's tall, so he's always going to be okay. But yeah.
But you like him older anyway, right?
But he's not as tall as
I
Kevin
like him.
Costner. Kevin Costner looks like he's significantly taller. Well, maybe not.
Nah, I think they're probably
Almost
around the same height.
Yeah, I'm looking at a different picture there. No, Kevin Costner's definitely taller.
You think Kevin Costner's an Orioles fan? That's one just for Noel. Sorry. I had to throw
Oh,
Baltimore
okay.
Rose. That's our producer. We're sorry about that.
Real good way
Some-
to run a podcast
some-
with inside jokes
inside
with you
joke.
and your producer.
Yeah, I told you. That's what he does for this show is just embarrasses me over and over and over again.
It seems to be
Do you have
working,
any?
so.
You got any more sporting events? You just got back from, and you won big. You won big at the horse race, the Derby.
I did.
How was that feeling? Oh, and what was it like waking up to see the Daily News and you just holding like fucking 5 drinks all at one
yeah, that
time?
was good.
for the whole world to
Ross's
see?
chubby fingers up close and personal, too.
That was good. You guys, like
That was amazing, by the way.
I had just come back from getting drinks for everyone.
For
And then
everyone?
it was like happening. What?
For everyone,
Those were all yours, Jesse.
for everyone.
Come on, we partied with you last weekend. Those
Come
were all
on.
for
Two
you.
of them were mine.
Okay.
But like it was all different stuff. Like
Sure.
who gets a Bud Light and a mango and a black cherry? Like no, I was
Right.
clearly getting them for other people.
Yes.
Clearly,
Yes.
clearly.
And I had a fucking jewel and I had the ticket.
Yes.
It was just like not at all what I wanted, except for my face, which as you guys know, like I don't want to pose for stuff. I don't want to like
Right.
try and look pretty.
Yeah.
But if you get me in a moment of just looking weird and silly, I'm
Yeah.
into it.
Right. And they nailed it.
It
I
was
mean, that was a wonderful picture. You couldn't ask for a better picture. How pumped were you when you saw it?
I was actually really surprised because all the photographers were taking pictures of Dan and his girlfriend the entire time. Like they
I'm
would
sure
be like,
Dan
move
loved
out of
that,
the way. Oh, dude, it was his dream come true. He's really into that. But they would like do the whole thing of like, no, just them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Move out of the way, like
Right.
constantly all day. So I was really surprised. I thought when they showed me the picture, it was going to be Dan and his girlfriend somewhere, like, of course. And I was like, holy shit. But I will say this too. When you're in the front, like, sorry, I don't like talking about this, but when you get a good seat,
You
Right.
rich.
Oh, you rich.
whatever. You guys know. Can we
you
talk
re-
about first class? It's like, it's really gone downhill. But
Ooh.
no, like when you're in the front, you know, I will say we were the most like weird, interesting looking group. Like we were ragtag, we were dressed ridiculous, we were like hooting, hollering, drinking, whereas everyone else was very
Did you feel like
Which
you
is
didn't
super
belong?
funny because like you guys tried to go over the top. We got to see the hat the night before you left, and you were talking about. And the first thing my wife said was, "Oh my God, they look great."
Right?
Like you guys nailed it. Like you went for over the top, but you ended up looking fantastic.
Not
all of you.
bad, right? It worked out.
The whole group. And
it
then
worked out.
Ross made the headline news for when they tested positive for the horse, and it's him holding the winning ticket. I mean, what are the odds that like what universe are we in that you guys are just getting all this notoriety, and then a week
And they
later,
got to keep all the money.
They sure did.
And, yeah.
You can't give that back.
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
Did
would
you
be a
hear
real
that?
one, right?
Like, this whole thing of like, oh my gosh, are they gonna get the money back? Try me, motherfucker. I cashed that shit. It's in a can under my bed. Like, come get that money from me.
Under your ghost bed.
How would they even do that, right?
I fucking killed
people
zombies.
that were worried.
I fucking
Yeah.
kills. But I was kind of disappointed that they didn't write like your guy's name. It was like when they had Ross holding up the his winning ticket. It was like
know.
a man. It's like why didn't they say
Yeah.
Ross Patterson of Drinking Bros Sports and Ross Patterson Revolution? I mean,
they're not gonna put that on the.
Well, then fuck them. I mean,
That's the thing. Like, if it's like a premiere or something, and Getty's out there, whatever, they do kind of have to. They'll ask you who you are to put it on the thing. It was like there were so many photographers you don't even know.
Idea.
Like,
You have no idea.
Yeah.
What was more fun for you? Was it the fight? To be honest with you, I've never been to an event like we went to this past week in Dallas to the Canelo Alvarez fight. Just being in that suite, being in the particular suite that we were at, I was overwhelmed. Just being in Jerry World full with like record capacity.
Yes.
I mean, did that even compare to the Derby? Because that's 2 weeks in a row. I don't know how you deal with that. Like, to me, I'm still overload from Dallas, but you had Derby. You won big. I don't know how many thousands of dollars you won, but you won a lot of thousands of dollars.
Tens
No,
of
I'm
thousands.
joking. And then you...
it was like four, right?
It was like $4,000, $5,000, whatever. And then fast forward 1 week, now we're in a Jerry World with all these celebrities in one tiny little suite at a record capacity event.
I think it was 76,000 around there, something like that.
Dude, it was
Over the
insane.
top.
I
And
mean,
zero masks.
I was on a bender. Like, there was one point in the week that I forgot I had kids, and that was like, what the fuck? So it was.
You forgot you had kids.
I went from weekend to weekend. Just that schedule that you guys had on the weekend.
Yeah.
We did that whole week from
Yeah.
the Derby to that suite. And I will say with the suite, that was probably one of the best times that I've had in, any kind of sporting event, whatever. I've never been in a suite like that. Come on, dude. Like, that was crazy. Everyone that was in there was amazing. Besides Tansy, but like everyone else was really cool and just like kept it together.
I just like how like the whole theme of the week was just shut the fuck up, Tansy.
That should be the theme
I
of
know.
our lives.
I really
now.
just couldn't say anything. It was just anytime I went outside, everybody would just be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Well, you were saying
Tansy."
stupid things like, "Is that Waco? Is that Joel Osteen's house? How is Texas so green? How do they do it?" It's like they water the fucking plants. I don't know. It rains in Texas.
But you should feel,
It was a blast.
happy that you have a thing. Like,
I didn't even care.
We
I don't
love
care.
you enough to be
Yeah.
like,
Shut the
oh
fuck
yeah,
up.
whenever you see,
Whenever
you
we're
see
feeling bad
Tansy-
about ourselves, you can just go shit on Tansy. He's here. Are you having a bad night? Because Tansy's here. Just go shit on him. It'll make you feel better about
Here.
yourself.
and
Good
you
old
take
punching
it so
bag.
well. You have a sense of humor. That's huge.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say it to someone else. They'd fuck,
Yeah, Boston Joe would kill himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
He's
can't-
got crippling insecurity.
He does. Yep.
Yeah.
But it was such a fun night, and I think being around all of you guys, it's so crazy, and I don't want to use the word humble because it's just like whatever, it's overplayed. But it's cool to hang out with a bunch of people like that who are just so down to earth and so like just didn't care what we looked like or what we were doing. Everybody's just dancing, having a good time, partying, yelling stupid shit.
Didn't care what we looked like, but we did look good.
We did look fucking good,
didn't we?
Oh, dude. But yeah, by the way, we all looked amazing.
fucking
You looked
amazing.
fire flames.
Well, we didn't care. We didn't care.
We didn't
how
care.
looked.
We didn't care. So that was a really good time. Jesse, we appreciate it. We got some sponsors to knock out, and then we're going to bring somebody else up on this show. And we know that you have a busy life because you do have kids. Don't forget. Don't forget. Quick reminder.
It's coming back to me. It's coming back to me now that I
Right.
actually do have them. But I will say, like, it was amazing in that suite. The weekend was amazing. I think you guys should come to all the stuff. You just fit
I think
right
so,
in.
too.
And also, who else am I going to say shut the fuck up to? Like, I
Right.
can't, you know?
Yeah.
And I also can't act cool in those situations, which you guys you guys are good about not trying to be like, oh, this is awesome. Like, this is our life. Like, I like going in there and being like, this is fucking crazy, right?
Right?
Like, when are you ever?
Well, it was funny
able to
because
do
like
this?
even Ross like came up behind me like 1 or 2 times. He's like, Tansy, I thought you'd be a little bit more excited. What's going on? I'm like, dude, I'm just in shock. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
in shock. I didn't want to
Exactly.
drink. I drank a lot the first night.
Yeah, you did.
And especially because we all went out afterwards, and I drank a lot
Yeah.
there. And but the next day, I told him, I was like, dude, I want to remember every fucking minute of this. And so I was like really pacing myself in the suite, which was hard to do because there were so many great drinks in there. And the nacho bar was fire as fuck. But you know, it's
Fire.
like I just wanted to soak everything in because I just could not believe that this was was real.
You
know?
soaked everything in the first night too. It was just all alcohol the first night.
Yes, it was. A
I've
lot.
never seen. I don't think I've ever seen Tansy ever seen Tansy drunk, and that was like a real drunk Tansy.
Oh yeah.
And then the next morning, he was all hungover, and his
Well.
voice was like extra raspy. And he was like, "Dude."
Well, welcome to the Drinking Bros, because we all take turns having those
Just
fucking
getting
nights
rage.
because you can't keep up with it if you don't. So
Well, and, you know
certainly try.
that first night, you know, we had the fans. We had the live show at the Crafting Growler, which was what a fantastic place with fantastic beer. And there was just these fans that were totally into being there and just watching them getting pictures with you guys and then asking to get pictures with us and having Chuck Liddell right there. Like the whole thing just kind of got away from me. I just was like, this is great. Hand me another
It
beer,
pumps
homie.
you up.
Yeah, I
I
was
know.
amped and I had a great time.
But we need to be transparent here. First of all, that wasn't our first night, and we should tell Jesse and the people about
yeah.
our first night.
our
We
first
get there a
night.
night early because
Yeah, we
you know
did.
the live show that we were doing Friday was
right.
like 2 p.m. Well, it was supposed to be 2:30 p.m., but we got stuck in a little traffic with Ross trying to figure out those Dallas highways, and we went to the wrong hotel. We had some Seattle guy
Yeah.
go
He didn't
drive us.
I
He
started,
did not like
I
what we
started
had to
off.
say.
We got in the car. We left the airport, and I started off with, "Hey man, is that Joel Osteen's house? Are we gonna go by Joel Osteen's house?" And he was like, "No, I don't know." And then I was like, "Hey, is Joel Osteen like the Casey Anthony of Florida? Like everybody fucking hates him, or what's the deal with that?" And he was like, "I don't hate anyone."
And
Tansy,
I was
you are
like,
a nightmare.
"Oh, shit."
right, you would have.
You are a nightmare.
He's got to know his audience. You would think right there, it's like, okay, let me shut the fuck up. Maybe that was before
Exactly.
everyone was telling him to shut the fuck up. And he just kept
Right.
going. Just kept going.
So the guy took us to the wrong hotel, and I was like, "Are you sure this is Stemmons Drive?"
He's
'Cause
like, yes, get out.
I go, because I think it's supposed to be in downtown Dallas. He goes, "Dallas is 5 minutes that way." And I was like, "Well, we were told we could walk to all the restaurants. Are there restaurants?" He's like, "You can." Dude, we were like 40
You know what?
miles outside.
I say good for him.
He
I
just
guess,
said,
right?
"Fuck you, get out."
But then
Fuck you.
that wasn't enough. We should have, maybe kept trying to figure things out because we get there, like, hey, we have a room. I'm like, okay, what's the name? Maybe under Tansy? Nope. Maybe under Patterson? Nope. Wiseman? No. Boston Joe?
That
Still
should
no.
have been, yeah. that
So
should have
Tansy
been
goes,
your
fuck it, I'll
clue.
just buy a room.
yeah, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just pay for our room." So I get
Well,
the room.
yeah, he's rich.
Oh, you
Oh,
rich?
he ranch. So we
Oh,
get the
you
room,
rich?
and then we talk to Ross. He's like, "Yeah, I'm down in the lobby," and I'm like, "Yes, so are we." And he's like, "No, you're not." And he's like, "Call me when you get here," and then he hangs up, and I'm like, "Well, shit, we are in the lobby." Oops. So then I start doing the research, figure out we're
Sure.
fucking 40 miles away.
Yep, we fucked up.
Then you started doing the research.
Yeah.
Then we started doing the
Listen,
research.
Jesse,
We're real detectives
We're
over here.
rookies.
We're
We're
real
rookies here.
detectives.
Got it.
Real
got it,
detectives.
got it.
but next time we'll be better.
Yep.
I
Next.
can't wait for next time.
Yeah, I'll go
you
next
guys.
time. We'll go to the right hotel.
Well, Jesse,
There we go.
thank you so much.
Thank you,
Jessie
guys.
Wiseman, everybody. Can you believe
wait,
it?
is that
Jesse?
Jessie
Is that Jessie Wiseman, everybody?
Fire.
Shut the fuck
They
up.
all leave Liddell and shut the. All right. All right,
Love you
Jesse.
guys.
Love you too. We've got some sponsors to pay for this show.
We sure do.
First up, Boston Joe, Killcliff Energy.
Kill Cliff. I got the shirt, rocking the shirt. This is my new favorite shirt. And I even posted something about, hey, Kill Cliff sponsor us, but little did I know that they were going to do it anyway. But go and visit killcliff.com. Life is full of flavor. And Kill Cliff was developed by a U.S. Navy SEAL. Did you know this?
I did know that.
Oh, well, you're supposed to pretend like you don't.
Oh,
Make it more
my
interesting.
gosh.
Whoa.
Whoa, a real Navy SEAL?
How do you know-
I bet he has great hair.
How do you know a Navy SEAL is at a bar?
He'll fucking tell
He'll
you.
fucking tell you.
How
And
do you
I'll
know
tell
he's-
you.
How do you know he's in a library? Because he'll be signing his books.
Oh, shout out. It was Matt Best a Navy SEAL?
No.
Then never mind then. Shout out to Matt Best anyway.
Fucking idiot.
But it was developed by a Navy SEAL. It gives you the benefits you need without sacrificing flavor. And it is flavor like Flavor Flav, by the way. You can overcome any obstacle with Kill Cliff CBD recovery drinks. You could have used some recovery drinks on a Saturday morning when 100%, you were 100%,
and I did. And the Kill Cliff is what brought me right back up and
Get
got
you ready
me ready
for
to
that fight.
rage with Chuck Liddell, who kicked me in the arm that night, which I'll
big deal.
never wash this arm
Kicked
again.
you right in that fucking sea turtle there. But their products help you operate at your best because they know there are no days off. Just like Bill Belichick said.
Every day's Monday, baby.
And quitting is never, ever an option. And they have one of the coolest flavors is the Flaming Joe. It's Joe Rogan's drink.
Yes.
It's too popular, though. It's sold out. But it'll be back. Don't you worry.
We've got some coming. They're sending us some in the mail.
Kill Cliff
so we're
doesn't
actually going
fuck
to get
around.
that one.
They do
also,
not
the
fuck
mango.
around. Mango Tango. You got the
Ooh,
Orange
baby.
Crush and Tom Brady's favorite flavor, the Goat. Yeah, I had to do it. But for a limited time, only use promo code DrinkinBros, and you get 30% off. 30% off. That's a fucking big deal.
I don't math, so.
It's more than 25%, I'll tell you that. So go to killcliff.com, use promo code DrinkinBros, and get 30% off all drinks and apparel, like these super cool shirts that they got that Dan told me him and his buddy John Brinkus designed, actually. Big fan of these. No sugar, 20 calories per can, B vitamins and electrolytes, which is good for if you're hungover, as we know, and it's all naturally flavored. So go to killcliff.com and make sure, this is a big deal, always go to KillCliff, doesn't matter how or when, but make sure you use the promo code because that helps you and that helps us too. So use Drinkin' Bros for the exclusive offer, 30% off the CBD drinks, currently in stock. And go to killcliff.com, use promo code Drinkin' Bros, and take advantage of that 30% off offer.
Next up, we've got GhostBed, ghostbed.com. Fuck, we love GhostBed, right? They've been a loyal sponsor of Drinkin' Bros for 5 years.
Forever, it seems.
Everybody raves about them. Super comfortable mattresses. They last forever. 20-year warranty, baby. Each mattress is made right here in the good old US of A. You can try it out for 101 nights. If you are not satisfied, you can easily return it, which is dope. Each GhostBed mattress has a cooling technology in it so that you are not hot at night. Literally, the mattresses are awesome. So you can stay cool.
You
stay
can
cool
sleep on them. You can
while
fuck on
staying
them.
hard, baby. Stay cool while staying hard. Right now, GhostBed is offering a flash sale. 40% off because they came on as sponsors. They're new sponsors of our show, so they're giving a 40% off Ghost Bed bundle. That's where you get a mattress and adjustable base, or 30% off of everything if you use the code Drinkin' Bros, DRINKIN Bros, Drinkin' Bros. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros and get that 40% off or that 30% off deal. They have the adjustable base. It's the best in its class, very low price. You save thousands compared to others. Look, my wife and I just recently were researching getting new beds. Thankfully, we've been Drinkin' Bros for a while, and we've always been a fan of Ghost Bed, so it was a no-brainer for us. But if you're looking at other beds on the market, you will see exactly how expensive they are. But with Ghost Bed, you can buy a mattress for $35 a month, 0 down, 0% financing. Again, that's Drinking Bros. Ghostbed.com/Drinking Bros. So head over there. And, that's what keeps this show on the road, keeps our flights paid, keeps our hotel rooms paid.
Whether the right ones or the wrong ones.
And so seriously, if you love this show, and you're in the, a bed is an investment.
Big time. My mom said that she's looking to get a new bed. You just recently met my mom.
Yeah,
You
I'd
have
love to
only
take
nice
your mom.
things to say about
I'd love to take your mom to a Ghost
I
Bed.
set myself up for that one. I should have been a little bit more careful with
Yes.
that.
Well, another one of our sponsors today, Instill Distilling Company, which is actually a company that I own, makers of the finest rums in North America. And today we actually have the distiller, Jude Fidance. He is the distiller, award-winning distiller for Instill Distilling Company. We're going to bring him up, and it looks like he has a gift for us. I'm going to need a cup for that. Somebody have any cups?
Judy. How, are you like so sick of that or what?
Could you hand me one
I
of
heard
those
that so
cups?
many fucking times.
Yeah, I've heard it a million times.
What's your favorite Beatles song?
Hey, Jude.
Let it be.
Jude, you are the head distiller, award-winning distiller for Instill Distilling Company. How did that come about? What got you into beverage? Tell us a little bit about Jude Fidance.
Well, I got doing
Eat it.
brewing of beer first. got into wine after that.
Stay straight onto that mic, brother.
Straight onto it. Okay. Yeah, basically my old man and I were sitting around watching the races, drinking some crappy beer. And I looked at him and told him, hey, I bet we could make our own beer cheaper and better. And he said, yeah, do it. So that was where we started.
How old were you then?
22, 23, something like that.
Oh, really? So you got into making hooch that old? I thought you were a lot younger.
Well, if we want to really get into it, in high school I was making a little bit of wine for the local kids, but you know,
Statute of limitations is
so
run out. That's
about
okay.
15, I guess I could say I really started.
What do you have here for us right now in this big
Yeah, what are we
giant jug that I'm
drinking here?
pouring? It looks like dehydrated urine.
It does look like
somebody
dehydrated
that's
urine.
really hungover.
It's gonna look like your
Peed in a
urine later.
jug.
This was
What is
Tansy's
this?
piss from
What-
Saturday morning.
Yes, it is. Yes.
This is real deal Viking style mead. This is exactly what they would have been drinking on the battlefield.
What they drink in Game of Thrones, right?
Maybe, I don't know about that, but
Confirmed.
So
It is
real
what they
deal
drink.
Viking mead.
yep, this is made just like they would have made it back in the old days. It's sour. It's very funky. Lots of different flavors and aromas going on there.
You know, it's funny because when I found you, and for those of you who don't know, I own Instill Distilling Company. But I had been talking to you. You were working at a fermentation supply store, distillation, brewing, winemaking, and I had spent so much time on the phone with you that I was like, "Shit, dude, we talk for like 20 hours a week at least. How much are they paying you?" And you told me, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'll pay you a little bit more if you'll just come and just do all this shit for me." When you showed up, you started making rum, you started going through and you know, really laying things out, how you were going to do things with our rum and where you were going to take it. And one day you walked in and your legs were as pink as cheerwine. And I said, dude, what the fuck? Did you just go like zombie stomp a whole bunch of humans? Or like, why is there blood all over your legs? And you said, oh, that's not blood. I was stomping grapes all night last night, making wine. So you literally live, breathe, and eat beverage. What got you like so inspired to continue on? Because you're one of the leading fermentation guys in the state. You know, every brewer, every brewery knows you by name.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just curious. I get started and I want to do something and I want to learn more and I want to do more and try more. That's all it is. It's started with beer, went to wine, and we're at liquor now. So,
what was your favorite part working at Instill? Because you've done a lot over there.
my favorite part,
Other than Ashley.
well, you know,
Jeez.
took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
You know, it's a really good place to work. It's a good environment. There's a lot of freedom. Nobody's messing with me as far as what I'm doing with my work. Of course, I'm getting bothered all the time with you know,
Having to do podcasts.
yeah, that kind of stuff. Just
Well, now you've learned from this show. All you got to do is say, "Shut the fuck up, Tansy."
I'll try to remember that. But
That's the phrase of the show today.
But it's so fun to see you every day. You're always happy and excited to be distilling. You've always got a smile on your face, and you work hard. You know, you're constantly messy. You're dirty, and you're always creating havoc. You're always creating problems. You're like, I tried this and it didn't work, and I'm trying to save it. I'm trying to pump this over to that because you're not afraid. And I think that's what's my favorite part about having you as our distiller at Instill is you got balls, kid. You got balls.
Well, I like to say that you know, I might lead you astray, but it was only because I was trying to bring you somewhere great.
Oh, damn, dude.
Sometimes you fail.
I feel like we need to put that on a T-shirt. That was fucking deep.
Do you feel like you're like the professor, the brains behind the operation, behind the closed doors that nobody knows about?
You know, the more I talk to people that don't know anything, yeah, I do.
Well, now's a perfect opportunity. You got the face, really, of Instill right here, the brains behind the operation. Next
Yeah,
to,
dude, not a lot of people
Dave
get to meet
Jackson
you.
out there.
You're kind of an introvert. It's hard to get anything out of you. It's funny that you've talked this much already. But yes, I mean, you really are. You really are kind of the face. I mean, you're the hidden face of Instill. Instill wouldn't be where it's at today if it wasn't for Jude Fidance. And you know, I remember the day when we had submitted the white rum for the John Barleycorn Awards. And we waited like 4 or 5 months to hear anything back from that.
Yeah.
And when we heard back and we opened the letter, what was that like knowing that you won gold?
It was just really nice to see validation beyond a paycheck. You know, it's
Right.
somebody else that's not paying me to do something is saying you did something good.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. It was such a great feeling. I mean, you know, you were hugging me and stuff, and we were going balls to the wall there for a minute.
Yeah,
so.
you had a boner. It was weird. Not sure what brought
You guys
that
were
on.
sword fighting real
Not sure
quick?
if it was the hug
Jousting?
or
That's
what we do.
the excitement of the gold medal, but you definitely had a heart on. But what is next for Jude for Dance? I know that we've got the white rum, the spiced rum, the aged rum. What would you like to see next, in your opinion? What would you like to see Still make next?
I don't know. We've got so many different things. There's a lot of rum left to conquer still.
Maybe something bubbly? Question mark?
Oh, we
question
did keg a rum seltzer. That's not going to really go out to the masses. That's more just like you have to come to Instill and jump on the keg and
Can
get
I do
it that way. But
can I do a Instill seltzer rum keg stand? Can we do that?
I'd like
we
to
could
see that.
we could try.
I mean, can we do that for
We could
Drinking
see
Bro
it.
Sports? And
We
post
could
that?
see it. We do have our rum available in Florida and North Carolina, all over Florida, Orlando, Tampa, Jacksonville. I know that you can't wait to go down there because you have an autograph signing down there in a few weeks, which is right up your alley. Because you know, being an introvert like you are, you want to be surrounded by people. You want
Absolutely.
them to be taking pictures with you. But seriously, what is next? Would you like to see the botanical spiced rum or a pineapple rum, a coconut rum? What are you going to try to get your feet into next when they catch up with production?
Pineapple sounds fun. Botanical sounds fun too.
Yeah.
Botanical sounds harder, so I'd probably want to go that way for the challenge.
You always want the challenge. Well, speaking of challenge, do you sports at all? We are a sports show. Do you have a favorite sport?
I like UFC
Oh, okay.
specifically. Bellator's okay. You know, MMA in general, though, is good stuff.
Yeah.
And a little stock car racing.
You got a favorite fighter?
A lot of them are good fighters that I enjoy watching. Justin Gaethje is my favorite right now.
Oh shit.
Well,
okay.
McGregor's going to rematch Poirier soon.
Poirier's going to tear his ass
You
up.
think so, huh?
Yes.
This is the grudge match because McGregor knocked him out once, Poirier knocked him out once. So this is, you know, the best 2 out of 3. You think he's just going to fuck him up?
I do. I think he's going to get wrecked.
McGregor's very polarizing, right? He's like a kind of love him or hate him type guy. Are you against him? You not a fan of him, or
I am a McGregor fan. I
think he
enjoy
doesn't
his
have
work.
anything
He's
left?
done some great things. What's that?
you don't think he has anything left in the tank though? Or?
I just don't think he matches up with Dustin well.
Well, Poirier's a great fighter.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like on the up too. Mm-hmm. Would you like to see? Speaking of UFC, one of the Paul brothers. I get them all confused because
Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Whatever.
Probably be Jake Paul.
Whatever one is. I think it's Jake Paul's talking the shit about Chuck Liddell on social media right now. Now we're good friends with Chucky. Wouldn't you love to see one of those obnoxious YouTube Paul brothers get smacked around by Chuck Liddell?
I think Chuck would murder him, and it would be a bad day for him, which would be great TV.
Right?
Yeah.
I would pay a fuck ton of money to see that.
And Chuck said he'd love to do it. So
He said he would do it for
Well, that
fucking
guy needs to
free.
get shut up. So
My favorite Chuck Liddell quote of the weekend was they were asking, you know, what would it cost to get you in the ring to fight one of these fights, like when McGregor fought Mayweather? You know, would you fight somebody like a Tyson or switch over to boxing? And he goes, do I have to go to camp and stuff? And they were like, yeah. And he's like, if I had to go to camp, I had to really get in shape for the whole fight, I wouldn't do it anything less than $10 million. However, I'd fight any of those motherfuckers on the street for free.
I believe him.
yeah,
And we were like,
badass
damn.
motherfucker. Yeah, his fists were like as
Damn.
big as our fucking head.
Yeah, he's
Really?
a big.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a big.
And yeah,
dude.
you can tell his arms are fucking long. They're like fucking hanging down to the floor. Yeah.
Doesn't want to talk about anything except fighting.
No, I think he was born in this world to fight.
He's got the
looks
look.
like
Yes, violence solves everything. That was the T-shirt that he was wearing. But yes, man. So we got the next UFC's coming up pretty soon. I know Giorgio, they're sending him down there to the fight from Drinking Bro Sports. So there will be some coverage of that fight, and there'll probably be a UFC fight companion show, I would imagine,
Love to see
going
that.
up. But we've got lots of things coming up with Drinking Bros, Kano Blast, Icebreakers with Chuck Liddell, of course, Ross Patterson Revolution, Drinking Broettes, both hosted by Jessie Wiseman. J-Fire, the J-Bulls. Yes. But yeah, we're excited to keep going, to try more of your stuff, man. We're absolutely big fans of Jude Fidance.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. And this mead is wild. And what makes it Viking mead?
So back in the old days, they wouldn't even know what yeast was. and they wouldn't use it. They wouldn't have a baker or something they could go collect it from and then go throw some on some honey and some water and turn it into mead. So they would kind of more or less just sit it out and rot, basically, ferments. And that's kind of what I did here. A little bit more control. I use fermenters and all that kinds of things instead of like a earthen jug of some sort or whatever. But basically, you've got whatever yeast was already in the honey that did most of the fermenting, along with all the bacteria that was living there too.
Was there like some malolactic? I mean, not malolactic, but and now Brettanomyces. What's the lactic fermentation that
Acidophilus? Lactic acid fermentation?
Yeah. Is that what kicked in? Because I smell a little bit of the lactose.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely there. Yep.
Okay.
There is just wild yeast and whatever bacteria was in there. There's probably a lot of lactic acid bacteria.
Okay. Yeah, because I can definitely smell. I can smell that.
Yeah, you can smell like there's probably
smells
some
good, though. It
clove
smells
and some
very-
bubble gum. And
Yeah, it's definitely very bubblegummy, floral, and sour. I love the word funk because that definitely describes this
bit of that sock.
yeast. Well, speaking of yeast and Vikings, Kvik, whatever you call it, the big yeast there. Do you ever use that to try to ferment your mead, or?
I've used
does
all
that
sorts
work?
of things in mead. It does work. I don't know that that's really traditional or anything, but it would absolutely work.
Yeah.
And give you some good stuff too, I'm sure.
Are you making any other beers or wines at home right now?
I have Keptinis at the house, which is a pretty unknown type of beer from Lithuania. It's made, if you're super poor, you make it with your stale leftover bread that you had around the house.
Oh.
And if you're a little bit more well-to-do, you would use store-bought grain. And
interesting.
it's weird. They bake it. They don't boil it like all the other guys do.
Well, right now I feel like Tansy when we talk sports. I have no idea what language you guys are fucking speaking right now. Like I have no lactatosis and halitosis and all that shit that you're talking about.
It's really
All I know is I'll drink it and it tastes good. So
Yeah.
sign me up.
Yeah, as long as it gets you loose. It gets the goose loose. Speaking of sports, what do we got coming up in the sports world? Anything big news? Tim Tebow went to the Jaguars.
Yeah, and it's causing a stir because for whatever reason.
The Colin Kaepernick thing is
Colin-
back, baby.
There's nothing. It has nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. The
But they're
fact that
making
Tebow
it
got
about him.
signed.
Even the Steelers called him out for it.
The thing is, though, Kaepernick didn't go. First of all, Kaepernick turned down a job offer. People forget that. And the other thing is, Tebow's not getting signed as a quarterback. If Kaepernick got re-signed as a wide receiver, or he was like, I'm going to try to come out as a wide receiver now, and then maybe there's a conversation, I guess. But I don't understand why it always has to come back to that. I mean, Tim Tebow played under Urban Meyer at Florida, as we all know. Urban Meyer is now the coach of the Jaguars. And he's playing a different position. I mean, I don't know if it's just because they're tight, Urban Meyer and Tebow. I don't know if it's to sell tickets. I don't know what it's for. But I'm rooting for him. We're both big Tim Tebow
I'm
fans.
a huge Tebow fan.
I hope he shuts everyone up and
I hate
scores a
the
couple
Jaguars,
touchdowns and-
but I mean, I'm gonna buy a Tebow Jaguar jersey. It'll happen.
I had a Tim Tebow Patriot shirt when he was with
I've
the
got
Patriots.
I got a
for little bit.
Tebow Denver Broncos toy still in the package.
What kind of toy?
I don't know. He's like in a football pose.
Okay, I
doing
thought it was like a
football
butt plug or something.
thing. Well, that would be cool if they had one.
I don't think Tebow would approve.
The T beads, the Tebow beads.
Tebow, I also think him and his lovely wife are expecting their first child.
Oh shit!
So confirmed.
What do you think the race
Tim
is going
Tebow-
to be? It's like it's Colin Kaepernick's baby.
Oh my! Wow. Kaepernick gets last laugh. Get cocked.
yeah.
Tebow.
He's like, yeah.
Maybe they're into
He's
that.
like,
Yeah, who knows?
you're playing tight end, and I was smashing a tight end. So,
And now she's a wide
get pregnant
receiver.
that way?
yeah,
You can certainly try
yeah,
and try again.
yeah.
Jesus Christ, that got derailed real quick, didn't it?
I feel like making jokes on Tebow is like making jokes on Jesus himself.
Well, did
and
Jesus poop?
I'm going to repent. Probably not.
He didn't poop.
No.
So how did he eat?
No.
It just stayed and sat in his stomach.
Wait.
No,
Last
man. He
Supper?
consumed the Holy Spirit, baby.
I mean, I think he pooped. Do you think Jesus got boners?
I mean,
Yeah. Like, did he wake up with morning wood and was just like, fuck?
Yeah,
Sure, but did he fuck him? Did Jesus fuck? I don't think so. I mean, that's the whole Da Vinci Code is about that Jesus like fucked, right? Isn't
that
that
real?
Tom Hanks or some shit? I don't even know.
Jesus, this way you talk about me being dark on this show. You went way
Well,
down.
we like to end it dark,
I do
right?
like to end it on a fucking crazy note. But yeah, we are Tailgate Legend Show, man. We've got some really great episodes coming down the pipeline with some really amazing guests. We had a great time in Dallas. If you haven't seen the pictures,
We'll give them to you, Nolan. Hopefully during the YouTube session we can post some, especially with Jessie. But don't forget, now is the time of the show where we do the Drinking Bro of the Week.
Drinking Bro of the Week. I meant to do that with Jessie Wiseman.
Well, luckily enough,
but
we got Jude
we
here.
do. We have Jude here. Jude, a Drinking Bro of the Week. It's or broette. It's a person who's living.
That's me.
Right, Boston Joe.
That's Tansy's rule. Apparently, they have to be living. Keep Jesus out of it this time.
But it inspired you in some way. It's your Drinking Bro of the Week.
Somebody who's inspired me.
Inspired you, somebody that you adore, you admire, whatever.
Well, who inspired you to start? I think you said your dad. I don't
His
know.
dad's
I don't know
dead.
what.
He can't pick his dad.
Well, yeah,
Jesus.
Is Bill Haas dead?
Huh?
Is Bill Haas dead?
I don't know who Bill Haas is.
He's a famous herpetologist in Florida.
A herpetologist?
Yeah, he made a polio vaccine out of cobra venom back in like the 50s or something like that. But it never caught on. So is he dead? You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, he was my actual hero. So.
Okay, that's an obscure
He's
one.
dead,
But hey,
so I don't think. It
Okay,
counts.
so pick another one.
All right, I thought he was alive.
Well, he's not. Now you gotta pick again.
Okay. Well,
God, you're a weird. You're a weird son of a bitch.
so
Okay.
that's why I'm here. Okay, so Jimmy Johnson actually is kind of a hero of mine. He grew up the same town as me. He was
Is his
kind
name
of
Ocho Cinco now?
you're talking Jimmy Johnson, the race car driver.
race car driver,
not
yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, the former Dallas Cowboys coach.
No.
Okay.
Not to be
No,
confused.
race car driver.
Which one was Ocho Cinco? Wasn't he?
Chad Johnson.
Oh, that was Chad Johnson.
Not even close.
Well, Johnson.
Jesus.
that
My
guy.
gosh. Anyway,
It's a
sports
Jimmy
show.
Johnson.
It's a sports
you,
show.
you know you're from the South when you're referencing NASCAR guys.
We're from the same town in California. Actually,
in California. Is it Southern California, though?
Southern
So then
California,
it's kind of
El
the
Cajon.
South, right?
So. Yep.
No, I feel dumb.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Johnson. What car did he race?
48 in NASCAR, anyways. But he's been a champion in every kind of racing he's ever done. So that guy is a stud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not a big NASCAR guy
pisses
or,
greatness.
or a race car guy. I'm pretty sure though that he had a prime where he was just dominating the whole field for a while, though, right? Like a little bit of a
Oh
stretch. Yeah.
He was the man for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he was
until
cheating
Jeff
his
Gordon,
ass off.
Until Jeff
but
Gordon came along.
I think Jeff Gordon was before Jimmy Johnson, right?
Jeff was before Jimmy. Yep.
Try again.
Yep.
Who's the guy Tony Stewart, right? He's the guy who killed that young kid on the track. Remember
Yeah,
that?
he did. He, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, but yeah, he did. He
One
sure
could
did.
argue. One could argue.
Well, Tony's a hothead. It's
He
well
sure
known.
is, yeah.
So.
that was an interesting little thing. Again, end on a dark note. Talk about Tony Stewart killing young kids on a.
And he was in one of those weird cars.
Yeah, it was like a dirt track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think how it happened was Tony Stewart kind of ran him off the road, and then the kid got out of the car, was like talking shit to Tony Stewart, and Tony Stewart I think meant to swerve and scare him, and got a little bit too close and fucking clipped him.
I wish I could say I remembered exactly what happened, but yeah, that sounds
Dude, I
about
wonder
right.
what that
Something like
payout.
that,
I wonder what that payout was to the family.
Well, he's probably still paying.
He's like, "Here's $20 million. Sorry."
You think he has that much?
Tony Stewart. I mean,
Yeah.
he had a little run too, though, where he was kind of.
He did some Old Spice commercials. Those pay well.
Wasn't he at Home Depot too?
I don't
He
know.
was.
But who's the guy who used to do backflips off the car? Carl Edwards.
Oh,
Is that who it was?
yeah. I think that was Edwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd love to see Tansy try to do a backflip
Who
off
was
a
the one
car.
that used to headbutt walls?
Bubba Wallace?
No, that was.
That's
Dale,
something.
that was Dale. That was Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, Jesus. That's an endorsement for Walls.
Dirty.
Maybe Walls work after all. Yikes.
Oh, rest in pieces. God bless. I actually liked that. I liked him, Dale Earnhardt Jr. My
Senior who died, but Dale Earnhardt Sr. died. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still going.
yeah, my favorite
he's
NASCAR
retired.
driver is
Yeah,
He's
sure,
alive.
is Billy Joe. Billy Joe Saunders is my favorite NASCAR driver.
Really?
Billy Joe Saunders.
Billy Joe Saunders is the guy who lost to Canelo Alvarez at the fight we were actually at, by the way.
But it sounds like a NASCAR name, and so I'd like to really kind of see him as like a winning NASCAR driver.
I thought you'd be like a
and
Buckshot
losing
Jones
boxing guy. You know what I mean? Like I want to see Billy Joe Saunders as a winning NASCAR guy versus a losing boxing guy.
That would be fun.
That's how I'd like to see him with that name. Old Billy Joe Saunders coming around round one.
The
turn
ironic
one.
part, I think he's like from England.
Coming around turn one. Oh,
You
he's from
saying
England.
English people can't drive? Or
I think they drive on the wrong side of the road, though, right?
they do.
Yeah.
They do.
So then, no, they can't drive.
What's your favorite beverage there, Jude? Are you a beer guy, wine guy, spirits guy, all the above guy?
Kind of all the above, but I get into rut. You know, I get into something here and there. Ava is kind of my thing lately.
Oh, the Ava rum from Instill, rum that you made.
Shameless plug.
That's
Plug.
aged with the Ava Laboratories up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We love those guys. Big shout out. What a beautiful bottle of rum. I love it because it tricks all the whiskey guys. They're like, well, this is really good whiskey.
Yeah.
And you're like, actually, it's rum, motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
Smell it.
Can I get an IPA? Can I get some bourbon? No, bitch. If you can have some culture.
What was the
try something different?
What was
once in a while.
the marvelous drink that we had in our super cool suite in Dallas? there?
Oh, the Louis Trey. $4,000 a bottle, no big deal. Shameless plug. I mean, maybe we're big. Oh, you rich.
Oh, you rich. I have a
you
picture of me
fancy.
drinking that. Maybe we can put that up there on
We
the
could,
YouTube.
we
too.
could.
They gave me just enough to wet my whistle.
Just because you drank rich doesn't mean you are rich.
Far from it.
And, speaking of which, you were a huge embarrassment this weekend. I told you to curve that accent while we were in Texas, but you didn't, and you embarrassed all of us. So on behalf of the Drinking Bros crew, Drinking Bros Sports, Tailgate Legends, the shameful Boston Blue Eyes, our producer, Noel White, we'll see you guys next time. And cheers, baby.